In this video, we'll be looking at applying appearances to your CAD models using the SOLIDWORKS Online Trial. Aside SOLIDWORKS, we'll also look at SOLIDWORKS Visualize, the photorealistic rendering module. First off, let's find a sample model in the recently opened documents. Any of these models will be suitable to explore the functionality. However, I'm going to pick this computer mouse that serves as a good example for consumer products. And most of you probably have one of these as reference very close to hand. Now currently, we have a top component here that's been made transparent to show the inner complexities modelled within the geometry. What we'll do first of all is make this opaque. So what we want to do is access at the top of the feature manager and bring back the geometry by turning off the transparency. To access the appearances, what you need to do is head to the coloured beach ball icon on the right hand side of the interface. From here we can explore our appearances. In this case, I'm after a low gloss plastic appearance. I'll go for the yellow colour. To apply this, simply drag and drop from the menu onto the model. Then you'll be greeted asking if you want to apply it to a face, a feature, a body, or other parts of the component. In this case, we'll go for the body. We can repeat the same process, but this time for the wheel. So rather than being a plastic, we'll close that subsection and look at the rubbers. In this case, I'm after the glossy rubber, applying it exactly the same manner as before. The upper housing at the top here again is going to be a plastic appearance. Going in this time perhaps more of a medium gloss or one of these greys. Now what we can also do is control and finely tune the appearance that we've applied. Head up the top to our display manager, and these are all the appearances that have been applied to the model. I'm going to edit the dark grey by right clicking on it, and I can customise this to the exact grey that I'm after, either from the swatch or defining its custom colour by the RGB value. Once you're happy, press the green tick to confirm. We can control the lighting and background by changing the environment. Again, this is located on the right hand side on the task pane. This time, we'll come out to the appearances folder and we'll have a look at the scenes. From the basic scenes, we'll drag and drop this into the space to apply it. You'll see the lighting reflect off the model itself, especially the glossy plastic and the glossy rubber. You can keep exploring and experimenting with different appearances and environments very quickly to give you an idea how the model will look in these different colour keyways. We also have SOLIDWORKS Visualize available on the free trial. This is a photorealistic rendering software where you're able to create stunning imagery from your CAD. This can be opened by selecting it from the top button. The software is included in both professional and premium versions of SOLIDWORKS. It also happens to work concurrently with your CAD model, instantly bringing in design changes as they happen within SOLIDWORKS. This makes it an ideal tool not just for engineers, but for marketing and sales departments too. In this case, we'll use one of the sample projects. We'll go for the 1950s truck. To navigate around the model is the same controls as SOLIDWORKS, to rotate, to zoom, to pan, and generally manipulate around the model. The next thing we'll do is switch on the ray tracing, so go to the green sphere at the top and change it to accurate mode by clicking on the orange sphere. That's the ideal mode for viewing the model, helping us to set up a render. Now we have to address the elephant in the room here. This is behaving very slowly. As you can imagine, a graphics card is extremely beneficial when rendering. This online trial does not have any graphics card support, so you can expect to see this running somewhere between 10 to 15 times faster with a supported mid-range graphics card. I'll come back to this point later on, with a video demonstrating working on my machine locally. We can change the appearance by browsing for a new one. We'll head to the library, choosing appearances. In this case I'm after a metallic paint. Perhaps I'll go for this blue metallic paint. And it's the same controls as SOLIDWORKS, just drag and drop to apply it onto the model. Now because we have a vehicle, we'll need to place this in its natural surroundings. So we'll head back to our library, and this time we'll browse for environments. Being a classic American truck, we'll need a worthy road for it to be on. In this case, we have the Route 66 environment, which we can drag into the project. Judging by the sunshine, we're probably near the Santa Monica end rather than Chicago. Let's move the model so that it fits the scene. We'll also rotate the scene around the model by dragging this slider. In this case, we'll have the truck parked up just on the side of the road. And once you're happy with this, let's choose to render. In the render wizard, we can select one of the presets to automatically fill out the output options. We'll go for the Full HD preset. We can choose the file format we're saving. We can also choose the size of the image. In this case, we'll keep it at Full HD with 1920 by 1080. We'll set the render selection to accurate mode, and we'll run the render at 100 passes. Select the render button to start the render. This will take about 8 minutes to run. I want to return to the point about the graphics card support that will speed up your renders at home. So here's me opening the same file and setting up the render on my laptop, this time with a supported mid to higher tier graphics card. You'll see the same render takes about 5 seconds. This is more the behaviour I expect from SOLIDWORKS Visualize. Now we can create more content with just images, or if you're after animations, interactive content, walkthroughs, or even virtual reality, if you want to explore these capabilities, then try our Visualize virtual walkthrough on our website. With no installation required, it guides you through your outputs and industries, taking you through click-by-click creation of amazing content. Choose your output and explore the industries. So that's showing you the basics of applying appearances in SOLIDWORKS and an introduction to SOLIDWORKS Visualize on the online trial. You can use these methods and any example models inside the trial, or watch some of our other videos and get hints and tips on how to go further. Thank you for watching.